All right, we are going to practice. You can call it several things. I like to call it track the human while bending. And Meadow has never done this before. She doesn't know what I'm asking. So you get to see this on a horse that has actually never tried this exercise before. So just like everything else I do, I start making sure she can soften and making sure she can stay soft. Ask her to soften just a little more. And then I'm going to see if she can stay soft going backwards and lifting her legs. Good. And then we're going to stay soft stopping. And can she stay soft? I know that's harder. Coming forward. Good job. Very good. Can you keep coming? Good girl. And then we'll stop. Excellent. And she stayed super soft. I'm super happy with that. You may have a bite. So that's just kind of where I start a lot of my sessions, is making sure that they can stay soft, whether I ask them for forward, backwards, just stay soft in my hand. And the key for that is keeping yourself soft and not locking yourself up, even if they don't give right away. Meadow tends to be pretty good at that, so that part tends to be easy. All right, so when we do track the human, first we want to make sure, yeah, look at that they're not scared of whatever tools it is I'm using, because they are going to sometimes be by their face, and so we don't want them panicking. Good. And I'm going to back up, and I want her to follow me and stay in between. We'll think of them as walls, because you don't want to think of the sticks as something that you're trying to bop them with, direct at them. They are just going to be walls, but she does have to stay in between these two walls. And so as we get going, if she starts to blow through the wall, that is these sticks, she will kind of bump into them, and I will have some energy in them so that she knows that that is a wall she can't go through. But I will ask her to come towards me, and I'll kind of bring my sticks this way, as well as creating a draw energy in my body. Good. Excellent. And we start going pretty straight, and I just want her soft with these guys next to her. And then I'm going to start turning a little bit, and I want to make sure we're not coming on top of me, just like that. So if they start to come on top of you, good. You can bring it in front of you, and the wall will then move so that they're not running over you. So we're going to ask her to soften again, come forward, and draw. Yes. And then once she's coming, they can just stay right here. And then as I turn this way, I want this wall to be kind of near her stomach so that she bends. Good. Good. So you can see she kind of bumped into the stick that had the bag on it. Yep, did it again. So I'm not moving that stick. She just has to stay in between it. Good. Excellent. Yep, keep coming. Good. And we got a nice soften and lick and chew, so I'm going to put it all down and let her stand for a minute. Good job. Good job. Give her some scratches. See if you can find a spot that they like. Good job. Good girl. Very good. Good job. So this exercise does several things. One, if you have a horse, and she doesn't tend to be one of them, but if you have a horse that doesn't respect boundaries very much, and in my method of training, I want to listen to the horse and respect their feelings. But on the flip side, they also have to respect my boundaries, and they can't go plowing through me. And so if you have a horse that either tends to plow through boundaries, what do you see? Oh yeah, they're in the garage. I think it's okay. I don't think we're too worried about that. So I'll actually just take my sticks and form this little funnel again. Good. Except for I want her to come forward, so I'm going to pick this up and ask her. Good job. Very good girl. Whoop. Yeah, you found it. Good. Good job. Very good. Nice. Good job. Keep coming. Good girl. Whoop. You lost me. Good. Excellent. So we start, but there we go. Good girl. So you can see you get this nice, soft, and good bend. When they're doing this correctly, you should get the nice, soft bend that if you are looking at the horse aerially from up above, when they're bending on a circle, the head, the neck, the rib cage, and the hips should all be on that curve of the circle. And when you're asking them to track like this, it does a really good job getting them to bend, and then it also keeps their focus where it should be on you as the leader of this exercise. Also teaches a little bit of draw. So if you saw when I started, I kind of wave my sticks, kind of pulling that energy towards me. So this teaches a whole lot of things in one fairly simple exercise. You get bend, you get boundaries, you get them focused on you as the leader. Good girl. Good job. If you have a horse that's scared of tools, it also can help with the tools because it is a very calming exercise. There's nothing about this exercise that is big, that is fast. It's very controlled, it's very calm. And so if they're a little bit scared of the tools, it could actually be a really good one to help them learn that the tools aren't scary. They're not something that's going to beat them. However, if they run into them, that is probably not the most pleasant. So I'm going to do it one more time. And if you have I obviously have two separate tools. If you have two separate tools, I tend to switch back and forth on those tools so that the flag or the whatever it is not always on one side. If you have two of the same tools, it doesn't matter. The other important thing to do when you're doing this is, for the most part, you just want to keep your funnel here, for lack of a better word, kind of right here next to the horse. However, when I want them to bend, and here I'm just going to ask her if she can come towards me. It's kind of lost her a little bit. Good. When I want them to bend, I am going to take the funnel on the inside is going to move just a little bit so I can, good, point at the core and that rib cage that I really want to bend. Good. So it's going to stay here, but on this side, it's going to, good job. Keep coming. Good. Now it's going to point to the rib cage on this side. Good. If we get stuck, we're going to draw back this way. So I'm going to do this a little bit more until she stops getting stuck when we turn. Because if you notice, every time I turn, she gets a little bit sticky. So I'm going to keep going. There it went. Good. Let's see if we can go this way. Good. Whoops, stay in there. Stay in there. You lost me. Good. So she's going to bump into the flag one at the moment, and then she got stuck. We're just going to keep asking her to come. Good. There it goes. Good. Nice, very nice. Good job. Very good. That was beautiful. Good girl.